What's going on, you guys? This is Authors of War Gaming. I am Guardian916.
Wednesday.
Alright, we didn't take long. The shortest review in history, Resident Evil 3 the Remake. As we said, we have a lot to say. Jay, you started off.
Well, Resident Evil 3 didn't, start well, and I just did not like it at all. Because of the Nemesis, looked like Alien, and then the final boss, there was no really final boss, and there's like too many Easter eggs.
Way too many Easter eggs from beginning to end. I mean, yeah, I can't see it, but the thing is about this is they overhyped this. This was supposed to be a better remake than Resident Evil 2, and they failed to deliver. Honestly, I was so hyped up for this. Was it a necessary sequel? Yes, it was. But it did not live up to the hype.
Nope.
It's like the beginning, they shoved everything from the middle all the way into the beginning.
It's just like
and you
they
just
rushed
get
it.
And you get burnt out right after in the middle of halfway through the game. You're just like burnt out. You're like, okay, this is just it. And they cut out so many things. I was so pissed off that they cut out the church puzzle. To me, that was like my favorite scene in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, and they had to do that.
I like the final puzzle, the hard one.
I mean, it was so many references to a movie Alien. I really was sorely disappointed. But there are some positives by it. Does it lead up to Resident Evil 4 the remake? Yes. And Code Veronica? Yes. Does this mean it's going to be doomed for remakes in general for Resident Evil? No. There is, in speak of Resident Evil 4 the remake and Code Veronica, already been announced for PlayStation 5 and 4, hopefully. But honestly, I was really not that impressed. I mean, the fact that you beat it in like an hour, and the fact is, you took out mercenary mode. And another thing that I'm going to mention on here is another big disappointment.
There's no DLC either.
There's no DLCs. Like, the fact is, you played Carlos too many times, and the fact is, Carlos should never have gone to...
Twice.
Carlos should have never gone to the Raccoon City Police Department. It should have been Jill, just kept it that way. Just should have made Brad Vickers just die by Nemesis to me. But like they should have done it just like Resident Evil 2 the remake, but only add some few new things in the remake instead of fucking it up and everything, because it was just like a clusterfuck and everything. They just took all the best lines and just put them in right in the middle of the game and just slapped it on there. But, and not to mention the guns on there, the special weapons, I'm sorely disappointed in. Because they had more special weapons in Resident Evil 3.
They want you to replay like every single time.
Yeah, they replay every single time. Like, wasn't once enough? I mean, I played it like more times than I could count. I was fucking so fucking burnt out from playing it. I mean, with that being said, Jay, what is your rating for this?
A 3.
Very low on that. This wasn't an easy decision for me. This was not a very good, easy and very good decision, but...
Graphics were good, though.
I'm sorry to say this, Capcom. I'm going to have to give it a 3 as well. Because the reason why it's got to be a 3 is it was good, a necessary remake. The graphics were good, but it didn't live up to the hype. It was very disappointing. But I'm not going to say it was disappointing because all disappointing. They overhyped everything. If you didn't overhype this thing, like I would have been okay if it was like this. But overhyping it and packaging like it was going to be better than Resident Evil 2 the remake.
Puzzles in the game. That's what
and there was very few puzzles. 2.
2.
I mean, come on.
Actually, 3.
But it's not as bad as Resident Evil 6.
Well, because there wasn't any puzzles.
Anyway, guys, with that being said, we finally got to it. Now we're going to be on to this one. And this one's going to be a little surprise, because thanks to Wednesday's idea for this.
Well, because it's different.
Yes, so are you ready? Here we go. Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time! We'll be starting this next week with Crash Bandicoot 4. Finally, a 2-player game where me and Wednesday are going to be at it again. Till then, I am going on with 6.
Wednesday.
Saying see ya.